Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Phil Switch. I am Phil Carute, and I am joined by my fearless co-host, Brock Tamarino. The Phil Switch podcast is brought to you by Sal's Tire Caps. Sal's Tire Caps. We specialize in tire caps. Brock, how you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty good. I kind of back at it. Had a little break, nice little vacation for the winter holidays, and had a great New Year's. Yeah, just back at it, doing my thing, and not anything real different. And yeah, just here doing another episode of the Phil Switch now. So
Yeah, that's back to the old grind, as they say, whoever they are. I'm back to it the same, and in here for another episode. And okay, we have a caller already. Caller, you're on the line with the Phil Switch. What can we do for you?
Oh, hey guys, yes, it's Jacob here. I don't know if you guys remember me. I was on the show a little while back. But anyway, you guys remember me from being back on the show a little while back?
Yeah. You had done that prosthetic thing for that one guy.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Yep, you got it right there, Phil. I'm the one that helped that guy out. He wanted those, that teacher in Canada there. He wanted those prosthetic bosoms. I helped him out. I believe, if you guys remember right, the fellow there came in looking at the cow udders and had me modify those for his prosthetics, which I was happy to do. And I came on your guys' show, told you a little bit about that. Anyway, hate to bug you guys, but I had a buddy told me that I ought to check your guys' show out. See, the thing is, actually, I was in the market for some new underdrawers. There, yeah, I've been using my underwear for a long time, and thought, you know what, Jacob, it's time you go out there and get yourself some new underdrawers. I was talking to my buddy about it, seeing what he liked, and he said, well, I actually listened to that podcast there, and they got a sponsor. They got the underwear sponsor there. And if you go on there, you type in a code and you get a nice little discount if you type in their code to their underwear sponsor. So, I don't want to feel like I'm using you guys or coming off in a bad way, but I thought maybe I would snag that code from you so I could get some, a little bit cheaper underwear. I know that if got an underwear sponsor on your show, it's usually pretty nice underwear there. So if you guys wouldn't mind, of course, I'm going to listen to the rest of the show. I haven't caught the past couple episodes, but, that's things get busy. So if you guys could just give me that code and listen to the rest of the show there, and then we'll, I thank you kindly for that.
Jacob, I tell you what, we would love to get you a code, but we actually don't have an underwear sponsor. In fact, our only sponsor currently to date, and he's been a loyal sponsor, been with us since the beginning, is Sal's Tire Caps. We don't have any other sponsor. We don't have underwear sponsor.
Oh, that's weird. So, wait. Oh, hold on a second. This is the Phil Switch, right?
Yeah, the Phil Switch podcast. Yeah.
Oh, there's where my mistake was. My friend was talking to me, and okay, I'm sorry, guys. Whose face is red now, right? You got an eagle over my face here, but I was thinking of the Phil Swig podcast. He's a psychologist down there in Vancouver. I listen to him quite a bit, really. I listen to him about, he has a podcast there 2 times a week, listen to it both times. I don't know, I always fast forward through the ads, and so my buddy was saying, well, check out that podcast. Well, it makes sense because that's one I listen to. So do you guys happen to have Phil Swig's discount code for his underwear sponsor thingy?
I'm going to be honest with you, Jacob. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Phil Swig, or his psychological or psychology practice or whatever, or podcast. To be honest with you.
Oh, well, that's a little tough. I to be honest with you, thinking about his show, I don't know that he has callers, so I guess I didn't think about that. I suppose you guys think I could probably go on. Well, what I could do is I could probably listen to his podcast in there and not skip through the ads, and he would probably tell the discount code there on the podcast, wouldn't he, guys?
Yeah, that I would assume if he has the underwear sponsor and you need the discount code, but you usually skip through the ads, I would think if you listen to the ads, he would probably say the code because that would be a benefit not only to his sponsor but also to him. He would get some kind of credit for that for you entering his code.
Yeah, so maybe what I'll do, here's what I think I'll do. I can't call in that show now that I think about it. It's kind of weird. I didn't think about that before, I guess. I listened to it so darn much. I think what I'll probably do is I'll go back, check out the latest episode. Well, truth be told, I don't need my undergarments right now. He has another show coming out tomorrow. I suppose I could listen to that episode. I listened to it from start to finish, except for the ads, of course. I could listen to that episode, but listen to all the ads there. I suppose I could do that, and probably pick up that code tomorrow. Type that into the little internet there thing on their shopping center, and get that discount, and have myself some nice, fresh, clean underdrawers.
Yeah, that sounds like what you're going to want to do. It sounds like you got a good game plan, Jacob. So best of luck to you and your underwear. Happy listening to the Phil Swig tomorrow, and I hope he is able to. I hope you navigate through all your psychological needs.
All right. Well, guys, I think I made my decision. Thank you guys for your help and advice, and I think that's what I'll go do. So I hate to bother you guys. Sure thing, going to listen to the rest of the podcast here while you got me on. That wouldn't be the right thing to do, not to listen to you. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll be listening when I get a chance. Okay. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that. Thank you. So, Jacob's off the line. So, what I was thinking about talking about this week and having the callers call in, we got another caller. So, hold that thought. Jeremy, you're on the line with the Phil Switch. What would you like to talk about?
Oh, hello, guys. Yes, well, I heard your last caller, right? He was asking about an underwear discount code. I've been listening to you guys for quite a while. I did not know you guys had an underwear discount code. Is there any chance you'd share that with me?
Did you listen to the whole conversation, Jeremy, with Jacob?
No, I was kind of in and out. So I just heard that he said something about an underwear discount code, and then you guys told him he could just type it into a website or something.
No, we don't. We don't have an underwear sponsor at the Phil Switch. That sponsor doesn't exist. We have one sponsor. It's Sal's Tire Caps. So Phil reads that at the beginning, and then we go through the rest of the show and don't mention a single other sponsor. So it's Sal's Tire Caps. Sal sends us a copy. We read that, and that is the only ad we have in the show. We have no other ad in the show. We don't have, if you're listening at home, sorry, Jeremy, if you're listening at home, we have no other ads. There's no discount code. We have nothing for you to type into any internet. We were simply trying to help our first caller, Jacob, who mistook our show for another show that he actually listens to. And we do not have a code to supply you with.
Oh, so it was just a big misunderstanding then?
Yes. It would have been a big misunderstanding when Jacob called in for an underwear sponsor code that we don't have on this show.
Oh, okay. Do you guys happen to know the show that he was speaking of as far as the underwear sponsor goes?
Yeah. It was Phil Swig. Apparently he's some psychiatrist out of Vancouver who has a podcast. He has the underwear sponsor thing.
Oh, lovely. Do you happen to know, let me ask, I'm sorry, I don't want to take up all your time for the show. I know Phil was thinking about going on to another topic, so I'll try to get off it. Do you know, it's Phil Swig. Do you know how that's spelled?
we have no idea how that's spelled. Neither of us are even familiar with that podcast, to be honest, Jeremy. So we don't.
Do you think it's 2 G's or 1?
I don't. If you go into like your podcast thing and you type in Phil, and then you just type in, I would just type in SWIG, and I would think if you're close enough, something will come up. I would guess.
Okay, so type in Phil and then SWIG. Now, if it's 2 G's, obviously that will come up, I would think, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would think if you type in Phil SWIG, then it will either, if it's just 1 G, that podcast will pop up, or if it's 2 G's, that podcast will come up as like maybe I don't know, it's a suggestion, or like as it'll fill it in or something like that.
Oh, that is. So is Phil his first name, or is it like Phil FILL, like fill in the blank?
I would guess Phil is his first name, since he's a psychologist or psychiatrist. I would guess Phil's his first name, and that because I think it's like that's his brand, like Phil Swig, it's his name, but like also how people know him as a psychologist or whatever, a podcast host or whatever.
Oh, that does make sense. Yes. Okay. So it was Phil Swig podcast, or Phil Swig psychological podcast, and he has the underwear sponsor.
Since we're already, I don't think it was the Phil Swig psychological podcast. I think it was just Phil Swig.
But it is a podcast, correct?
Yes, I think it's a podcast, but I think from what I understand from Jacob, it was just Phil Swig.
So is it like a podcast, or is it a YouTube channel? Do you guys
listen? We're not familiar with Phil Swig at all. We don't know him at all. Like, we don't know the podcast. We don't. Brock, do you even know who Phil Swig is?
I have no idea who Phil Swig is.
We don't even know who he is. No idea who Phil Swig is. I don't know if he just practices in Vancouver. I don't know if he has cows. I don't know what kind of car he drives. I don't know what color hair he has. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how he sounds on the phone. I don't know how he sounds through his podcast. I don't know what kind of camera he uses for his podcast. I don't know what kind of microphone he uses for a podcast. I don't know the underwear brand that is this. I don't know anything about him.
Oh, that was actually going to be my next question, if you knew the actual underwear sponsor. Because there are certain types of underwear. I've tried a couple different brands that sponsor podcasts, and there's a couple that I don't want to say this, grotesquely, but they tend to make me itch more than usual.
Okay. Jeremy, here's what I'm going to do. I don't think we're able to help you today. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you go. And then we will try to carry on with our show.
Okay, sorry for wasting your guys' time. No, I had another question, but no, never mind. I'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jim.
Actually, if I could, do you guys know how much the discount was?
No, we don't know how much the discount was. Okay, bye, Jeremy. Okay, our producer hung up on him. We have another caller. Of course. Gil, you're on the Phil switch. I have one guess of what you want to talk about, Gil.
Hi, guys. I heard other callers call in talking about undergarments, underdrawers, underwear. Dare I say lingerie?
Nobody called in about lingerie, Gil.
Okay, well, potato. Anyway, I heard these callers call in. Now, guys, I don't want you to get angry with me. I know you don't have an underwear sponsor, and I've caught everything you guys have said. What the producer said, that he needs me to be on hold for a second.
Okay. Jacob, okay, hold on, Gil. Jacob is apparently back on the line. Okay, Jacob, go ahead.
Oh, hey there, guys. Yeah, I heard your last caller there. I believe his name was Jeremy, English fellow there. He asked how much the discount code was. If you guys don't mind me helping Jeremy out, I'm guessing he's still listening. The discount code, or if somebody calls in, you guys, they ask you about it. The discount code is 15%, and it is just Phil Swig. It's I heard Jeremy ask about is it the Phil Swig Psychological Podcast? Nope, just Phil Swig. Everybody knows him real well, so he doesn't need to tie in all those other things to it to try to get people to listen to him. Lord knows. So just Phil Swig. It's two G's, and actually, Jeremy, if you're listening, you're gonna laugh about this, but it's actually SWIGGE. So Phil Swig, just Phil Swig, you type that in, SWIGGE, and this podcast will pop right up. You'll be able to get that discount code there, which I, to be honest, I got a little busy at the house there, so I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet. Don't know what the code is, otherwise I just tell you here. No, you can't tell. Jacob, you can't give the discount code for a sponsor of a podcast on another pod. Like we're not the Phil Switch is not sponsoring Phil Swig and whatever underwear he's selling. The Phil Switch isn't sponsoring that. We're not like a middleman to Phil Swig's podcast. We have our own podcast that we're proud of, right, Brock?
I used to be, kind of.
Okay, so yeah, we're proud of it. Brock's just in a slump. Listen, the Phil Switch has no connection, affiliate, sponsorship, or otherwise with Phil Swig, SWIGGE. Okay, and anybody listening that's calling in for an underwear discount, we don't have an underwear discount code. It doesn't exist on the Phil Switch, and we can't answer any questions. Okay, there. Well, if your caller calls back in, if Jeremy calls back in, or somebody else happens to, just let them know that it's a 15% discount there. All right. Thank you, Jacob. All right. Thank you, guys. See you guys later. Be listening, of course. You know how I do.
All right. Gil's still on the line. Gil, I don't even know where. Okay, go ahead, Gil.
Yes, guys. So I know that I was saying before I was interrupted by Jacob, which I'm glad he called back in, gave some good information to the last caller. It's not, hold on, Gil. It's not good that he called back in. I'm coming off like a jerk here. I know that, but this is the Phil Switch. So this is our show. It's my show. It's Brock's show. It's our producer's show. And, which I need to talk to our producer once again. I don't know why he let those calls come in, but anyway, it's not okay that he's giving information about another podcast and another podcast sponsor on the Phil Switch.
Well, I mean, technically, Phil, I don't know that there's anything like illegal by him doing that.
Oh my gosh, Brock, whose team are you on, Brock? Pick a side.
What? No, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm with the Phil Switch. I couldn't give a crap about the Phil Swig. I'm just saying, you're kind of saying authoritatively that somebody can't call in and give information about another podcast. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's like actually illegal.
Okay, okay, so maybe it's not illegal for him to call in and give information about a discount code for another podcast. I'm just saying it's not something that you would typically do. Like you wouldn't go in on somebody else's podcast and say, oh, hey, by the way, this other podcast has a discount code for whatever, razors or whatever, and then give the discount code and then say, well, hey, thanks for having me on so I could give that discount code and the name of the other podcast that sponsors on.
Well, I mean, you do got a point there. I thought you were talking about legalities, like if it's actually like illegal.
No, I didn't. I don't know if it's illegal. I was just saying it's like you shouldn't. I guess I said you can't do that. I guess what I meant to say is you shouldn't do that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess we're in agreement then.
Okay, Gil. What were you saying, Gil?
So, aside from all that, I don't know what that was. All I was saying was I know you guys don't have an underwear sponsor. I know that all these two callers that called in obviously mistook your show for this Phil Swiggy. But I think it would be great if you guys maybe got an underwear sponsor or potato lingerie sponsor.
Why would it be great if we got an underwear sponsor, Gil?
Oh, because everybody, I mean, pretty much everybody except nudists and animals, everybody needs underwear. Even people that go commando, they only go commando every so often, you know? So they're going to need some underwear. And, you know, I might know somebody that might sponsor you guys that manufactures underwears.
Who would that be, Gil? Who do you think would be a good underwear sponsor for the Phil Switch?
Well, it's a friend. And he's actually trying to start this startup underwear company. And his whole idea behind it was that when it gets cold, you know, in the winter months, sometimes people wear these little things like around the house they call booties.
I don't even know where. I think I have an idea where this is going. Okay, so your friend has a startup underwear company, and where you're starting right now is that people wear things around their house called booties. Continue.
Okay, so when it gets cold outside, people often wear these things around the house called booties. And my friend, the name of his startup company, it was so clever, so cute, so original. He thought, you know, people call these things booties. What do you cover your bottom with? And he said, what do you cover your bottom with? Literally your booty. Okay, you follow me?
Yeah, I think I follow you.
So, the name of his underwear company, which I think would be perfect for the Phil Switch. You guys ready for this? Booty Booties. They're like a booty. It's like booties for your booty. Booty Booties.
Booty booties. So at the top of the show, I'm going to say Sal's tire caps and whatever crazy copy Sal sends me, and then I'm going to go directly into booty booties with whatever copy they send me.
Oh, well, that's the thing. He said if you take him on as a sponsor, you can write your own copy. He won't even worry about it.
So not only do I get to take on booty booties, I get to write their copy for them.
Yeah, it's like a win-win situation.
All right, thank you, Gil. We'll look into it.
Do you want to know his website?
Sure. What's his website?
His website is Bootylicious.
I'm not typing that in my computer. There's not a chance I'm typing that in my computer.
But that's his website. It's professional.
Brock, will you look that up?
I'm not typing that in. Nope. I'm not typing in bootylicious on my computer.
Why wouldn't you?
Okay. Yep, Gil, we'll look into it. We'll look into that.
Okay. Just let me know. Tell him that Gil sent you. He'll know who you mean.
All right, Gil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck with your new sponsor.
Thank you, Gil. All right. Well, listeners, I'm not sure where that show went. I had a completely different idea for the show, and I don't even know what that idea was anymore. Brock, how did you think that went?
I think it went as well as I think it went as well as Bootylicious could go.
All right. Well, as always, guys, thanks for listening. If you would like to catch me on my other podcast, The First and 15th, I co-host that with Kaplowitz over at Kaplowitz Media. That's airs the 1st and 15th of every month, hence 1st and 15th. Also, if you have any desire to read cigar reviews, I still write cigar reviews. You can find those over at comedycigarsmusic.com. Again, that's comedycigarsmusic.com. If you guys would like to reach out to the Phil Switch, you can do so through email. The email address is thefillswitch@gmail.com. Again, that's thefillswitch@gmail.com. Again, thank you guys for listening. We wish you all a great week, and we'll talk to you here soon at the Fill Switch.